The bar raising, we keep moving it up. Ain't no surprises here, they knew it was us. Apologies if I was doing too much, but I always came through in the clutch. I got faith restored, why you pushing the brakes? I ain't full of myself, boy, I'm full of mistakes. I came from humble and roots, I'm here to stand and deliver. Had no one gassing me up, except the man in the mirror. I used to work on my handles, and now his handles are liquor. I write these songs in a dark room, the candle will flicker. I stay practicing heavy, for when the game's on the line. It's like over and over, I run the plays in my mind. I'm a psycho, I'm taking my time. Rushing perfection is a dangerous crime. You gotta give it and take it. That's what you do till you make it. I had to roll with the punches and take the hits from the flagrants. I'm saying the bar raising, we keep moving it up. And no surprises here, they knew it was us. Apologies if I was doing too much, but I always came through in the clutch. An off game don't mean I'm losing my touch. And no excuses, I ain't using a crutch. Apologies if I was doing too much, but I always came through in the clutch. I was falling, had me stalling. I was way down, now I'm balling. I done came up, and I called it. I done came in the clutch. I operate from a higher place. Wait, some decisions don't try a race. I'm doing what I can to fuel the flame like a fireplace. To make a bunch of money, buy my mama a fireplace. We make incredible songs to celebrate and get mad lit. Once upon a time in Hollywood, I'm like Brad Pitt. My homies say I live a life, yeah, just a tad bit. Learning how to move in this rap shit. I told them that the bar raising, we keep moving it up. And no surprises here, they knew it was us. Apologies if I was doing too much, but I always came through in the clutch. An off game don't mean I'm losing my touch. And no excuses, I ain't using a crutch. Apologies if I was doing too much, but I always came through in the clutch. I was way down, now I'm balling. I done came up, and I called it. I done came in the clutch with the game on the line, I know.
I'm so happy. The whole world is just beginning. We already won. It's about us all. So many beautiful deep divers here. Greetings, 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 wonderful deep divers, peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Shout out to everybody who's here, everybody who's diving deep. And like I say, deep divers, I hope your day is going good. I hope everybody's day is going good. We got a whole lot to talk about. The Avatar 2 Decoded. I'm going to break it down. The winter solstice. Huge energy shift. And the coming winter surprise. So I'm going to break it all down, deep divers. But first, we ain't even started yet. Let's start it off right with good energy. Once again, deep divers, good to see you here. I hope your day is going good. Hit that super chat, leave a message, a question. And let me shout out to everyone who's been getting the best-selling book, Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon. And at ralphsmart.com/thebook. Also, the Good Ass Prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. So we need to raise the frequency a bit. Let's raise it up a bit.
Yeah, they hate when you elevate. You're stacking up losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly, I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. Yeah. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, yeah. I had to elevate. I'm way up, way too fly, yeah, I'm feeling myself. Ain't no chance I'm coming down, no. Got this whole view to myself, yeah. Why would I give it up? Why do they wanna come take my place? I work too hard for it, don't need a replacement. This my vocation, now I got rollies all in rotation. Hop on a jet just to take a vacation. Remember the moments was trapped in the basement. Now the hard work is all taking me places. Squatting on bed like we trapped in the matrix. Bet on myself and go ball out in Vegas. Living a life like I'm rich and I'm famous. Don't see the grind that I know that it came with, I ain't make it this far for myself, yeah. I had to prove to everybody else, yeah. I had to set them straight, yeah. I had to boss, so I had to renovate, I know. They hate when you elevate. You're stacking up losses, I'm handing them out, yeah. I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly, I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. Yeah. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate. I had to elevate. Ooh, yeah. Why they wanna bring me down? So much drip, yeah, I almost drowned in it. I can't dim it down. Yeah, I'm way too fired up. I can't simmer down. Ooh, yeah, yeah. I see the flashing lights. Make sure the fashion right. Yeah, I'm in my bag tonight. Yeah. Ooh, I might just pull up a foreign. Watch out, the engine is roaring. It's too loud, you can ignore it. Yeah, yeah. This the high life with a few. You can have it all, no need to choose. First, let me demonstrate how you can rise to the top. Yeah, I had to elevate. Yeah.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Peace. Beautiful deep divers. Shout out to everybody who's here, everybody who's diving deep. I hope your day is going good, deep divers. So, we got a lot to talk about. Where should we start? You know, I said it's time to do a live stream because sometimes I make a video, people are commenting so much, and I'm like, I might as well just go live and talk to you in real time. You know, first and foremost, we'll separate this live stream into 3 sections. The Avatar 2 Decoded, the Winter Solstice, huge energy shifts. Today is the Winter Solstice. Very powerful day today, right? And also the coming winter surprise. So, like I said, I did that video on the Avatar. Hundreds of comments. A lot of people saying, Ralph, I love how you broke it down. You know, and that film, The Avatar, powerful, powerful film. Avatar 2, The Way of Water. You know, so many messages in that film. You know, and that's why I hope you've seen it, deep divers, so you can really know what I'm talking about. How you feeling today, deep divers? Shout out to everybody who's here. Hit that like button, deep divers. And Smoke Divine, shout out to you. You are appreciated. So, like I say, powerful, powerful film. Avatar 2 Decoded. You know, and there's so many subliminal messages in that film, deep divers. So many. So many, I don't even know where to start. So many messages. But like I told you, films are rarely created just for entertainment purposes only. Every film that you see in the film cinema, in the theater, always has a hidden meaning. You know, they don't spend millions of dollars just for your entertainment. It would be nice if they did, but there's always a message. And this film, Avatar 2, really had such a powerful message. One of the biggest messages in the film, the hidden meanings, is that it's actually showing you everything that's happening right now on the planet between man and machine. Let me shout out to After School. After School, animated Human 2.0. Go and watch that as well. Powerful, powerful video. But as I was breaking it down, it starts with this. In that film, The Avatar 2, they spoke about the Great Mother. And these beings had a great connection with Mother Nature. They had a great connection with Gaia. They called it the Great Mother. And that's amazing because so many people have lost the connection with Mother Nature. And these were beings who had gratitude. These were beings who showed appreciation to Mother Nature. And it was beautiful to see. It was beautiful to see on the big screen. But there are so many things I didn't actually say in that video I uploaded. So I said, okay, let me go live and really dive into it. How you feeling today, Deep Divers? Shout out to everybody who's here. Like I always say, let's start the show off with gratitude, Deep Divers. Let's start the show off with gratitude. Like I say, we've got to remind ourselves, we will never get anywhere without gratitude. I don't go live a lot, but when I do, I want everybody to hit that super chat. I want everybody to hit that super chat. I don't need the money. It's not about money. It's about appreciation. It's about gratitude. The reason why I'm able to manifest YouTube Gold Award, #1 best-selling book, is because I had to listen to what my mentor taught me. You won't get anywhere without gratitude. And that's why I told you everything that's happening on the planet is that this is the reason why the world is in the state it's in. Because a lot of people like myself with the same intellect, the same knowledge, they don't share videos. They keep it private. They do private membership only. Because the people who get the information are the ones who buy the information. They pay homage to the information. They show gratitude. So I always want to remind you, Deep Divers, always remember, you can never get something for nothing. You can never get something for nothing. And that's what the film The Avatar 2 was all about as well. You can never get something for nothing. Everything in the universe is about the law of exchange. So like I say, hit that super chat, then we can get into the show. In the meantime, let me shout out to Mark Pagan on the SoundCloud. You are most appreciated. Thank you so much for your wonderful contribution to Infinite Waters behind the scenes. And, like I said, Deep Divers, show appreciation, then we'll get into it. Let's give thanks. So, Francis Lynn, Mrs. Lynn, you are appreciated. Thank you. You are appreciated. Like I say, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Like I say, let's give thanks, Deep Divers. Hit that like button, hit that super chat. Let's start off the show with gratitude. then we can really get into it. Like I say, I had to learn the secrets from my mentor. So I'm giving the secrets to you. You can't get something for nothing. You must support people who are doing it, and people who are doing it must know their worth. I know my worth. That's why I'm manifesting every single day. But you have to start saying, actually, the value that Ralph Smart brings, let me hit that super chat. Let me support Infinite Waters. Let me support the show. So like I say, we always start the show off with gratitude. Let's go. Anthony I, you are appreciated. Shout out to you. Watched it last night. Awesome movie. Absolutely. Absolutely. Very awesome movie. I'm about to break it down. Shout out to everybody who's here. Everybody who's diving deep. Did you see the film Avatar 2 Deep Divers? What did you think about it? Right? So let's proceed, deep divers. Like I say, we always got to start with gratitude, because reason why the world is in the state it's in is because there's no gratitude. The reason why a lot of people aren't leveling up, upgrading in life is because they don't show gratitude. And we got to start there. Did you say thank you today? Did you say thank you today? What are you grateful for today? Because I'm so grateful every single day. Like I say, I'm not complaining. I'm giving thanks every single day. So the Avatar 2, a lot of people are sending me messages. Ralph, thank you so much. That video really helped me. Really opened my eyes to what's really going on. Right? And so much is happening right now on the planet, deep divers. So much. So, like I say, the film The Avatar 2, Way of Water, was really showing you how once upon a time human beings lived in communion with Gaia, Mother Nature. They lived at one with the universe. Everything was good. Everything was sweet. Now, this is really a representation of how indigenous people lived on the planet. And they lived like this for thousands of years, right? But like I say, even in today's video, go and watch that. Can dark forces affect you in the 5D? The Avatar was a depiction of fifth dimensional living. There's two ways to... We gotta... Right? The Avatar 2 was a depiction of 5D living. And powerful, powerful representation of it. Shout out to everybody who's here, deep divers, everybody who's diving deep. A lot to dive into. Make sure you hit the like button and make sure you share the video. Make sure you hit the like button and make sure you share the video. Also, you got a comment, you got a question, we'll get into it. Happy winter solstice to everybody. Like I say, I'm only supporting people who are supporting Infinite Waters. I got a shout out to Serene Grace. You are most appreciated. You see, this is what I'm telling you, deep divers. People who are supporting Infinite Waters are the people who don't just talk. They show respect. They show gratitude. Like Serene Grace, you are appreciated. And those people who are contributing to Infinite Water, supporting the show, every time you support the show, I got to say thank you. I got to say thank you, because Serene Grace is a part of Infinite Waters for years, been supporting Infinite Waters. So much gratitude. Thank you, Master Ralphie. Welcoming renewal in these infinite waters. Much love to everybody. Absolutely. Let me say a happy winter solstice to you. Happy winter solstice to you. Happy winter solstice to you. You are most definitely appreciated. Selena, you are appreciated. Selena Mato. That's what I like. That's what I like. You know, deep divers. The whole point of live streaming is for you to interact like Selena, like Serene Grace, not just to watch. Hit that super chat, leave a message, leave a question, because I can answer any single question you have. That's what we do these live streams for. So have your message, have your question ready, put it in the chat. Have your question, have your message ready, put it in the chat, hit that super chat. Let's get into it. How do we distinguish what is our intuition, push through blockages, challenges, and obstacles, and take that leap of faith? That's a powerful question. That's a powerful question. That's a powerful question right there. We've got to remind ourselves that our intuition is not fear-based. You know, many times it's hard to distinguish between fear and intuition. Many times it's hard to discern between what is our fear and what is our intuition. Fear is coming from a place of desperation. Intuition comes from a place of inner knowing. So anytime you're afraid, that's not your intuition. Intuition is not afraid. Intuition is never afraid. You've got to spend time to meditate. You've got to spend time to take with yourself. Go somewhere quiet. Listen to yourself. You see, how you really know it's your intuition is if you're in the middle of a forest, you can now hear yourself. You can now be with yourself. You can now sit with yourself. And that voice that comes up is your intuition. If you're around a lot of people, it's not going to be your true intuition. A lot of the times we pick up other people's energy, their beliefs, their opinions. And that's the reason why, to discern if it's your intuition or not, you must go somewhere quiet. You must really tap in. And that means going into the wilderness, going hiking, going to the forest, going to the mountains, and listening to yourself. You want to push through blockages? You got to find out what they are first and foremost. You want to push through challenges and obstacles, Selena, and take that leap of faith? You got to remind yourself that right now you're strong enough to do it. We've got to remind ourselves that we are powerful beyond measure. Marianne Williamson says, our greatest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our greatest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Right? So you are more than capable enough. Shout out to everybody who's here. Everybody who's diving deep. Mike Jacob, shout out to you. I was recently diagnosed with Crohn's disease and been having a hard time. Can I get some advice? Shout out to you. Sending you healing energy. Let's send healing energy to Mark Jacob. You know, anytime we're afflicted with a kind of condition, we've got to remind ourselves to keep a positive attitude. Seek medical advice, but also remind yourself that you can heal yourself and ailments with realizing that we want to start changing our diet, eating clean. We can do things, our lifestyle, exercising. These simple things can all assist in healing and health Shout out to you. But I'm sending you healing, Mike, and I want you to know you've got this, right? Shout out to you. Empress Earl, you are appreciated. Have you heard they created nuclear energy in a laboratory in California? Your thoughts? Thank you, mentor. Hey, you are appreciated. You are appreciated. Absolutely. I've heard of that. I've heard. You see, we got to remind ourselves a lot of these are Tesla's technologies. So much is around that the human population have no idea about. I'm not surprised. You have to realize that. That's why I always say you want to make sure you're doing your own research. You want to make sure that you're reminding yourself that you're in a game, and a lot of people playing this game have information. They have technology 10 times ahead of you. But how you win is by connecting with the greatest technology, which is the human being. Shout out to everybody who's here, everybody who's diving deep. Deep divers, we just started. So, like I say, in this live stream, hit that like button, deep divers, and share the video. Hit the like button, share the video. I'm answering every single question. And like I said, I put out that video, the Avatar 2, the secret hidden meaning. A lot of people messaging, hundreds of messages, right? So I'm going to talk about that also. Today is the winter solstice, very powerful, energetic day. If you know about today, you know. If you were in Stonehenge today, congratulations. Right? A lot of people went to Stonehenge today. Powerful day to go to Stonehenge. Powerful day to go to Stonehenge today in the morning. Because it's the winter solstice, right? And so much is on the horizon. So with the Avatar 2, like I said, it's really showing us everything that's happening in our own world. And it's really showing us how this split that's happening. You see, there are people who are very in tune with the whole planet. They're still alive. They're still in existence. I've got a lot of friends in Australia. They've taken trips to the Polynesian islands. I've been to around there myself. And there are tribes, even all over Africa, who haven't even come into contact with modern day civilization. Tribes in the Amazon rainforest who haven't even come into contact with modern day civilization. And we've got to remind ourselves this whole theme of the Avatar is so relevant today, because you see a lot of people are getting plugged into the metaverse. A lot of people are going to be living through their avatars. A lot of people are going to be living through their avatars and all of this. And it's really a message to stay connected. I really enjoyed watching this film. It really showed so much. Like I say, it showed the bond between, once upon a time, everything was connected, right? That's what James Cameron was trying to tell everybody. Once upon a time, the animals and the humans could connect. Now I can connect with the cat down the road, deep divers. But I've made a lot of videos in nature. Every single day I'm making videos in nature. And a lot of the times when I'm making videos, there are people, dog walkers. One woman had 30 dogs. And she could literally communicate with each one of her dogs. I was watching it. I was literally watching it. And that's the thing. A lot of people have forgotten that secret. The animals are also highly intelligent and sentient. That's what the Avatar was also telling us all. But, it's so much right now which is happening. We've got to remind ourselves, I spoke of ectolife, right? And ectolife is really artificial wombs, which are on the horizon. You know, a lot of people don't know about ectolife, where you can basically create custom babies, their height, their weight, their skin color, their gender, all of these things. And this is the reason why you have to wake up and smell the coffee to what's really going on. Shout out to everybody who's here, deep divers. Everybody who's here. Right? So one of the big themes of the Avatar was colonization. You know, they were under attack by machines, you know, and this is the same thing that happened to many cultures all around the planet. They were enslaved, right? So the Avatar is also showing you the message from the invaders that you have to beware that people throughout time have wanted to enslave other people. This is what the Avatar is also about. Shout out to everybody who's here, deep divers, reading every single question. Let me shout out to everybody who's here. Poker Face, you are appreciated. Poker Face. Hi, Ralph. I was diagnosed with TD dystonia in my jaw as a result of long-term use of antipsychotic meds, and it's hard to meditate. Any advice? I know you're a psychologist. Shout out to you. You know, a lot of the times I'll tell you this, that, you know, the journey to healing is a journey which each and every one of us is on. You know, you have to remind yourself that I'm a psychologist. I've been hospitalized in 2006 due to stress, right? Nearly 20 years ago. I've been down and out. I've bounced back. And part of healing was me learning about the mind. That's why I studied psychology. That's why I became a counselor. But I had to learn that, you see, there's a battle happening, and it's going on within our minds. And we have to every single day take time to slow down. You know, a lot of people don't realize it's the fast-paced lifestyle that's really affecting a lot of people on the planet. It's the fast-paced lifestyle that's really taking a lot of people out of their true element. And this is how healing begins to arrive, when you slow down in everything. You know, you have to take a look at your life and say, am I moving too fast? Right? Shout out to everybody who's here, deep divers, everybody who's diving deep. Everybody who's diving deep. So let's talk about, like I say, if there's anything that you said, if there's anything you think I forgot about the Avatar 2, write it in the chat. Like I say, I don't think a lot of you have watched the film. That's why I don't see anybody talking about it. So if you want to send a message about that film, something I should know about, put it in the chat. So let's go on to the winter solstice, right? Huge energy shifts right now. You know, it's a powerful day. In 2020, this was the day of the Great Conjunction, right? In 2020, this was the day of the Great Conjunction. Shout out to everybody who's here, deep divers. Make sure you hit that like button, share the video. Hit that like button, share the video. And one love to everybody. Jocelyn Valon, you are appreciated. This natural high I'm feeling now is a feeling worth living for. So much happiness and peace. I'm sending this vibration to everyone, since we are all connected through the web, the universal one. Hey, you are appreciated. You are most definitely appreciated. And that's powerful right there. You know, we've got to remind ourselves, huge energy shifts are happening right now. And what Jocelyn said, this natural high I'm feeling now is a feeling worth living for. You know, we've got to remind ourselves there's so much to live for. There's so much to be grateful for. That's why I say I'm not complaining, deep divers. Life is fantastic because I was able to put out a video, do a live stream on the same day. And it's only with gratitude I'm able to do that. And as we're moving to the next few months and beyond, past the winter solstice, we've got to remind ourselves it's all about that attitude of gratitude. What are you thankful for? Because the more grateful you are, the more things you will attract to be grateful for. Right? The more grateful you are, the more things you will attract to be grateful for. And we've got to remind ourselves, like I say, deep divers. Okay, so Amber Friedman has obviously watched the film. So very hard to watch. Cried much. You cried a lot on that film, the Avatar 2. You know, it was a powerful film. And that's good to see, you know, because like I say, I don't go to the movies a lot. But I'm a fan of James Cameron, Terminator, Alien, Titanic, great director. So I said, okay, let me go and see this one. And, you know, James is such a great director. He's a master storyteller. So this second film had a great message, had a great story, and had a lot of emotional depth in it. But like I say, we've got to remind ourselves that it's not just about watching that film. It's about realizing what's happening right now is a part of it. You know, like I spoke of, Human 2.0 is on the rise, and that is the mergence with machine, human beings turning into machines, slowly turning into artificial intelligence. This is what that film was showing and reminding human beings that, hey, you have human beings right now who are super soldiers, right? They got exoskeletons. And this is what is happening because ecto-life, which is a concept right now, eventually wants to create designer babies, custom made babies, 30,000 babies a year, artificial wombs. This is what it's all about. And that's what the Matrix was also trying to tell you. So much happening. But like I say, on this powerful winter solstice day, let's bring in new energy. That's what it's all about. Let's bring in new energy because you see, on this powerful day, we've got to remind ourselves this is also a time of celebration. There's the reason why winter solstice, there's a reason why thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people, billions of people are celebrating this time of the year. Because it's the end of the old and it's in for the new. And that's the reason why it's a very powerful day right now to hold a meditation, to let go of what's not serving you, to make space for what lifts you up. It's a powerful day. Shout out to everybody who's here, deep divers. So many wonderful deep divers. Right? So, like I say, let me take a water break, deep divers. We've been going in. Shout out to everybody who's here. Once again, make sure you hit that like button. And you got a message, you got a super chat, you want it displayed, hit that super chat. In the meantime, let's raise the frequency on this winter solstice. Let's go.
Stars out there, you know who you are. This is dedicated to you, all to you. sound of this one. Talk to me.
I know we can be so much more than what we are. We can be so much more than how we live. We all came here for a reason of difference, to experience our lives in mysterious circumstances. Where we find ourselves is where we chose to be, forever changing. That's how it's supposed to be. And we are forever stars. Of course we are. We shine and glow, illuminate the sky without getting old. Stars shining brightly now. Shine on,
Oh,
shine on.
sing it for me now. Come on.
We are
Yes.
forever stars.
Forever stars.
We can tomorrow's
You
old.
can start now. Start looking up at the sky. Yes, that's better.
Forever stars.
That's what we came here to do.
We are
What we came here to do is just
forever
manifest
stars.
greatness,
We come
abundance,
and go.
joy in our hearts.
Tomorrow's old.
We're not crying on this one. We're not sad or anything like that. We're just celebrating.
Forever
That's what we're made of. We're made of stars. Sing with me. Here today, gone tomorrow.
whether we like it or not.
Times move fast, seasons change.
It doesn't seem to stop. Dancing in the wind with our eyes closed, enjoying the music that's being played. We move throughout the
I manifest dreams. I was born in the womb of those infinite waters. I look up at the sky. I see greatness. You take away the stars. Can you
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Shout out to everybody who's here. We are forever stars. Quantum Dynamic 8, you are appreciated. This 2023, let's upgrade to 7D. 77D. So happy to see you live. Feels like coming back home. Love you. Thank you. Hey, you are appreciated. You are most definitely appreciated. And, you know, it's beautiful. Beautiful to see so many wonderful deep divers who are here. And that's why I do these live streams, just to interact with you in live time, because so much is happening. And we've got to remind ourselves, one of the things for this winter solstice energy shift, let's talk about it, deep divers, is to really remember that right now, as we're moving forward to 2023 and beyond, we've got to remind ourselves not to take things or people for granted. This is huge. This is really what the winter solstice calls us to do. Because you see, towards the end of the year and the beginning of the year, right now, there's this whole feeling of, okay, let me reflect on what happened. Let me see what happened this past year, where I messed up, how I could do better. And that's what it's always about. You see, one of the biggest things I've had to learn is you've got to remind yourself that if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. And the truth is, it's not easy. It's very difficult. And when you can really get your head around this, you realize there's levels upon levels upon levels. That's why I told you. I'm realizing there's levels. I'm realizing that, okay, you got to respect the work. You got to respect the craft. It's not easy. It's very difficult. So when you have this mindset that actually it's not easy, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. It's very hard. In fact, I went into a health food store. Someone said, okay, I've seen your videos, Ralph. Thank you so much. And I said, hey, thanks. They said, I know that's not easy. And I said, you know what? You're right. But I said, that's rare of you to say because you're an artist yourself. You're a creator yourself. You realize that to create is not easy. It's very difficult. That's why only few people can do it. It's a superpower. Right? So the more you respect the craft, the more gratitude you have. And this helps you become your greatest version. And that's the reason why I'm able to manifest every day. The reason why I got a YouTube Gold Award, #1 best-selling books, is because I realize it's not easy. It's not easy to write #1 best-selling books. It takes time. Vorhan, you are appreciated. Thank you. How to escape 15-minute cities if you're broke and stuck in the city while dealing with addiction. That's a great question. First and foremost, you want to remind yourself that you don't want to say I'm broke. You want to say I'm the work in progress and the masterpiece at the same time. So you first and foremost have to be careful of how you label yourself. You don't want to say I'm broke. You want to say I'm work in progress. And once you change your mindset to realize you don't have to be somewhere where you don't want to be, great things can happen for you. You never have to be somewhere where you don't want to be. You can escape the cities. You can be exactly where you want to be. That's the beauty of life. But the thing is, are you prepared to do what it takes to get there? That's the question. Are you prepared to do what it takes to get there? Shout out to everybody who's here. Everybody who's diving deep. Everybody who's diving deep. Cynthia Daniels, you are appreciated. Not familiar with the winter solstice? Well, winter solstice happens every December 21st. And it's the shortest day, it's the longest night. It's an astrological event, which is scientific. And, it's the birth of a new energy. It's the start of winter. And it's a powerful day energetically because so much is happening on the planet on this day. And this is where a lot of things start to happen. It's always around this season. It's always right. This is the start of it. That's why I told you. Prepare yourself for what's coming. Because it always happens around this time. That's when it always happens. Winter solstice. If you go back the past few years, when have big things been happening? When have the biggest things been happening on the planet? What date? What date? What period? It's always around this time. Is it not? It's always December, January time. And January is when it all kicks off, in fact. January is when it's really going to kick off. Shout out to everybody who's here, everybody who's diving deep. So one of the biggest things, because, a lot of people have been going through a lot right now. And, on this beautiful winter solstice day, take time to really cleanse your energy. Take time to really purify yourself. Take time to really let go of the heavy energy. Because right now a lot of people need to do that. Before you can achieve greatness, you must do the inner work. Right? Before you can achieve greatness, you must do the inner work. Gonna take a break, deep divers. And like I say, Serene Grace, you are most definitely appreciated. And like I say, to everyone who's here, you are appreciated. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button, deep dive, and share the video. And, let me shout out to After School, who did Human 2.0. The first video I did with him already has over 1 million views, long time ago. Tipping Point. We did part 2, Human 2.0. It's already gone viral. Right? But phenomenal animator. And that's why I told you, part of this new energy wave is about collaborating with people, not thinking that it's only you. But deep divers, we're talking about everything today. Leave a comment, hit that super chat. You want your message answered, your question answered. We can get into it. In the meantime, let's raise the frequency.
They hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly, I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate. Elevate. They hate when you elevate. Elevate, yeah. They hate when you elevate. Elevate. They hate when you elevate, yeah. I had to elevate. Way too fly. Yeah, I'm feeling myself. Ain't no chance I'm coming down, no. Got this whole view to myself, yeah. Why would I give it up? Why do they wanna come take my place? I work too hard for it, don't need a replacement. This my vocation, now I got rollies, all in rotation. Hop on the jet just to take a vacation. Remember the moments was trapped in the basement. Now the hard work is all taking me places. Squatting on bed like we trapped in the matrix. Bet on myself and go ball out in Vegas. Living a life like I'm rich and I'm famous. Don't see the grind that I know that it came with. I ain't make it this far for myself, yeah. Prove to everybody else, I had to set them straight, yeah. I had to boss, so I had to renovate, I know. They hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly, I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate. They hate when you elevate. Yeah. They hate when you elevate. They hate when you elevate, yeah. I had to elevate. Ooh, yeah. Why they wanna bring me down? So much drip, yeah, I almost drowned in it. I can't dim it down. Yeah, I'm way too fired up. I can't simmer down. Ooh, yeah. I see the flashing lights. Make sure the flashing right, yeah. I'm in my bag tonight, yeah. Ooh, I might just pull up a foreign. Watch out, the engine is roaring. It's too loud, you can ignore it. Yeah. This the high life with a few. Yeah. You can have it all, no need to choose. Yeah. First, let me demonstrate how you can rise to the top. Yeah, I had to elevate. Yeah.
Make noise. Elevate. That's what we're here to do. Howard Cooper. Shout out to Howard Cooper. Much love to you, brother. We appreciate you, mentor. Like I say, nothing but love to everybody who's here, everybody who's supporting Infinite Waters, who's been diving deep for years. You are appreciated. And, one of the biggest things I want to tell you, deep divers, is that, with these new times that we're living in right now on the planet, we've got to remind ourselves that I want to see you out there. I want to see each and every one of you who are here. I want to see you out there because you have a voice. You have a message. And a lot of people who I've mentored over the years, I've mentored a lot of people personally. And a lot of people I've mentored are even very famous people. I won't mention their names if they don't want to be mentioned, but a lot of people that you'll see, yeah, they came to me back in the day and they asked for help. They asked for guidance. And to see these people blossoming and blooming is what it's all about. And that's the one thing we got to remind ourselves. Don't think that you're too big to ask for help. I had to ask for help. When I was coming up, I had to ask for help. I had to ask people who were way ahead of me to say, hey, how can I do this? How can I start inspiring other people? How can I start publishing my own book? How can I start designing my own website? All of these things. There's people who know. There's people who can help you. Hey, how can I get a YouTube Gold Award? What's the secrets? Oh, yeah, you got to do this, this, and this. Oh, thanks. See, a lot of people want the answers, but they don't ask for it. Messager, you are appreciated. Gratitude and appreciation. What about our senses? You know, I had a radio show called Infinite Waters 360 Senses, right? And Dr. Carmen Bolter, who is really so knowledgeable about Egyptian culture. She's been to the pyramids, I think, over 100 times. You know, she talked about how the ancients, you know, had 360 senses. You know, we say, okay, we have 5 senses, right? But once upon a time, and this goes even into the Avatar film, you know, you see them having all of these senses, right? You see them communicating with animals. You see them communicating with a spirit tree. They have more senses because, once again, when you're in tune with the universe, you become superhuman, right? We look at certain people and we say, okay, how can this person do this? A lot of people say, Ralph, how are you able to be so consistent? And I told them, it's a superpower. Some people in football look at Messi to say, okay, how come he's so good at football? You don't realize he's got another sense a lot of people don't have. How come Michael Jordan was so good? It's because certain people, or if you see a young violinist, how come she's playing so good? People have different senses, which other people don't have. And it goes infinite. It goes on to infinite heights. You know, there's no limit. Everybody has certain things they can do other people can't do. And this is the reason why you want to tap into your superpowers. You want to tap into your strengths. You want to tap into your abilities, because the human brain is super powerful. We have junk DNA. Scientists still don't know how our brain works. How come it's so powerful? So when you remind yourself that it's not actually the brain, it's actually the heart. It's not actually the brain. It's actually the heart. And let me see if you know what I mean by that, deep divers. Let me see if you know what I mean by that. It's not actually the brain, it's the heart. Because the brain is secondary. The brain is just secondary. Let's see if anybody knows what I'm talking about. Selena Mato, you all appreciate it. Well, let me tell you. You see, our brain is 100,000 times stronger electrically, 5,000 times stronger magnetically. Our heart is 100,000 times stronger electrically, 5,000 times stronger magnetically than our brain. So a lot of people think, oh, it's the brain. No, it's actually the heart. Our heart is 100,000 times stronger electrically than our brain, 5,000 times stronger magnetically than our brain. That's the reason why, if you are in your heart space, you tap into these senses. You can do phenomenal things. And that's the reason why in that film, The Avatar, you saw that they were a heart-based culture and they were able to do phenomenal things, right? And you see, you know, heart-based cultures, ancient Kemites, Egyptians, building great monuments, because the heart is where it's at. Selena Marto, you are appreciated. We are longing to manifest things and situations that we are attaching emotions to. Are we really longing for things, or we want to feel and experience these amazing emotions? We can feel them now. You got a Don DeMarco. Let's read that again, deep divers. We are longing to manifest things and situations that we are attaching emotions to. Are we really longing for the things, or we want to feel and experience these amazing emotions? We can feel them now. Woo! That was powerful right there. Made me go into a song. We are longing to manifest things and situations that we are attaching emotions to. Listen closely, deep divers. Are we really longing for things, or we want to feel and experience these amazing emotions? We can feel them now. Slow motion this side. Let me screenshot that. Had to screenshot that because that was a powerful statement right there. And that's why I told you, Selena Marto is always dropping wisdom everywhere. And that's really what this winter solstice energy shift is really all about as well. Us realizing, like Selena said, we are longing to manifest things and situations that we are attaching emotions to. Are we really longing for things, or we want to feel and experience these amazing emotions? We can feel them now. And that's what I always tell you. You can feel it now. You don't have to wait. You can move into that frequency, that vibration. And when you do, you're going to be like this. That's how you're going to be like deep divers, right? That was powerful right there. Shout out to everybody who's here, everybody who's diving deep. So, so much is happening right now, deep divers. So much is going on. And I really want to remind you that, that was a slow motion right there. I really want to remind you that, this is, for me, the greatest time we're living in. Truly phenomenal time. But it's also a time where human beings have a choice to make, And right now, you've got to remind yourself that you want to go to the next level. You want to at least try to say, you know what? I gave it a go. I gave it a go. I gave it my best. Because right now, a lot of people are waiting. You're waiting. And you're waiting. But guess what? There's no perfect time like right now. Sepid Dial, you are appreciated. 33.39. Hey, you are appreciated, Thank you, Ralph. Hey, let me bless you because you've given me a gift. Let me give you a gift. Let's raise the frequency. Can we just vibe, deep divers? Let's just vibe for a second. Who you know dances like Infinite Waters, deep divers? Oh, we had to take it slow for a second, deep divers. We had to give thanks for a second. How you feeling today? Raising the frequency. Check 1, check 2. Inside the venue right about now.
You are now in the mix.
Drop a bomb on that, deep divers. Love bomb on that. We're having fun, deep divers. That's what we're supposed to be doing every single day. That's what we're supposed to be doing every single day. How's everybody feeling tonight? Hit that like button, deep divers. Share the video. Hit that like button, deep divers. Share the video. Hit that like button, share the video. Leave a comment. Leave a question. I'm reading everything today. Satsiri Winberg, you are appreciated. When my heart was active, I could connect with security that wanted to arrest us. After we visited the pyramids, our hearts were vibrating so strongly that they connected with us and let us go. Hey, you are appreciated. Beautiful comment. Beautiful comment. And, you know, a big realization a lot of people are realizing is that wonderful. Thank you for that. Gifting someone a membership. You are most definitely appreciated. One of the biggest things is that this realization we're spiritual beings having a human experience. You see, what's happened in this society is that a lot of people have forgotten they've forgotten who they are, where they came from, and what they're really here to do. And that's why I told you. This always happens at the end of a civilization. And it always happens at the start of a new one. A lot of people are starting to wake up, which is the good news. You know, a lot of people are starting to see that everything is not what it seems. You know, Instagram, for example. And by the way, add me on Instagram at Ralph Smart. Add me on Instagram at Ralph Smart. Add me on Instagram at Ralph Smart. You send questions on Instagram and I'll read them there. But TikTok, Instagram, all of these apps are not bad. It's just that people use them for the wrong reasons. Technology is not bad. It's just that people use it for the wrong reasons. The internet is not bad. It's just that people use it for the wrong reasons. A lot of people use these social media apps to compare themselves with other people. And that's the reason why it's destroying the mental health of young boys and young girls. Girls are saying, Mom, I don't look like her. I don't feel good enough. And that's the reason why you have to be careful on these apps, that you don't base your worth on these social media apps. I saw somebody posted on Twitter that, you know, there was these group of people, they were trying to take a selfie in this lake and the water was coming so fast and they were unable to get the selfie because the water just wiped them away. And this is what's happening, where even though it was a girl in Turkey, two of them, they were on a roof, they were trying to take a selfie and the roof just collapsed. So it's like a lot of people don't realize it's not worth it just doing it for the gram if you're going to lose your life in the process. You know, people are ready to risk it all just for a selfie, even if it means risking their own life. And that's bananas, right? So this is the reason why the Great Awakening is here, because if you remember, deep divers, about 5 years ago, there were people in Dubai, I think it was Dubai, and they were on the highest buildings, and they were just standing there. Did you ever watch those videos, deep divers? They're just standing on these buildings, right? I saw a few of those videos. I'm like, gosh, you know, people wanted to get that kind of viral hit, say, hey, but you see, some of them didn't make it down, you know, because it went wrong, you know, so that there were, you know, people are now starting to wake up to say, you know what? It's not about doing something just for other people's approval. It's about staying true to yourself, you know, and this is the shift that's happening. You see, a lot of people, they don't take Instagram seriously. They don't take any of these apps seriously because it's been watered down. People are faking it. There are people with fake accounts. There are people with fake names. It's not even them. There are people who don't even run their accounts. I met one woman who said, I don't even run my Instagram. Someone else does. She was verified on Instagram, but she's never actually used Instagram. I said, who posts your pictures? She says, a social media agency posts all of my pictures. Right? A social media agency posts all of my pictures. I don't even go on Instagram. So sometimes you don't even know if that's them. Probably not. And that's why I told you, even with me, on my YouTube videos in the comment section for the past year, hundreds of people have been replying to people saying, hey, join this cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. It's not me, it's someone else. That's why I told you, I don't respond to people saying, hey, join this, join that. So remind yourself that if you ever get a message with someone using my profile, that's not me. If I am messaging you, it's because I know you. Shout out to everybody who's here, deep divers. Raising the frequency. Let me shout out to everybody who's here. Red Apple, you are appreciated. Giving thanks, mentor. Gratitude, Ralph. No one helps the way you do. Tons of appreciation and respect. Feeling the 3D. Trying to take my 5D energy. Thank you. Woo! Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Red Apple. You know, and right now, you know, it's so wonderful to see how so many people are really in their power right now, like I've never seen before. You see, with so much happening right now, we've got to remind ourselves that so many people are more awake than ever. I don't underestimate how awake people are because I've seen it. And the reason why you can know it's happening is because everything is crumbling. Everything is breaking down. And the same things that used to entertain people, people are no longer entertained by it. People want more. They want more connection. They want more knowledge. They want more knowledge of self. They want more wisdom. They don't want to be sold the lies anymore. And this is the reason why huge energy shifts are happening. Huge energy shifts are happening. Because people are no longer willing to dumb themselves down. You know, back in the day, it was cool to dumb yourself down. Now it's like, nah, I know too much. And you're trying to tell your friend to wake up. This is what's happening right now. This is what's happening right now. So, you know, we're living in a truly powerful time. You know, one of the biggest things, when you take a look around at a lot of people, you know, a lot of people have a lot of anxiety. A lot of people have a lot of anxiety right now. A lot of people have a lot of panic attacks right now. And if you're someone who has a lot of anxiety, I used to have anxiety. I'm here to tell you, don't worry. Because it's going to pass away. But anytime you're having a lot of anxiety, I want you to remind yourself that all anxiety comes from the desire to escape the present moment. Anxiety is a good thing. Anxiety is a very good thing because it's reminding you that your soul wants to be somewhere else. So welcome anxiety. Thank anxiety. Say thank you, anxiety. Because all anxiety is telling you is that you're not in the right place right now. When you're in the right place, there's no anxiety. All you're doing is a little samba, baby. But if you're somewhere where your soul is not in agreement with, wrong people, wrong crowd, wrong environment, wrong workplace, you're going to have anxiety every single day until you go to that place which really feeds your soul and nourishes your whole entire body. Shout out to everybody who's here, everybody who's diving deep. So, I can do a video on that. You know, I've done a few videos on depression, healing, but I'll give you some information now because, Val, and you are appreciated. Deep divers, make sure you hit that like button. Hit that like button, share the video. And hit that super chat, leave a comment, leave a message. Can you do a video on addiction, depression, healing? Absolutely. You know, one of the things, I've already done those videos, you know, back in the day, but I have to redo them, you know, just for new members, new people, new subscribers. But, you know, addiction is real, you know, and everybody is addicted to something in this matrix. You know, like I say, right now, is Sin City. You know, the world has been turned into a sin city, you know, and that's the reason why a lot of people are addicted to something. People are depressed. People are anxious because so much is happening. And that's the reason why on a day like this, the winter solstice, which is really birthing a new beginning, a new energy cycle, you know, it's time to release a lot. It's time to release and let go of so much. You know, so many people have been denying themselves of who they really are, denying themselves of the truth, playing a character. And this is the thing, you know, you can play the games, but you see, one day it's going to catch up with you. You know, I know a lot of people who are very, I won't say very, but a lot of people who watch my videos. And I'm like, okay, you're watching my videos, but where's your truth out there? And that's the difference. You see, a lot of people, they straddle the fence. You know, a lot of people, they can listen, but it's a whole nother thing to do to actually live it. You can listen with one ear, but are you acting upon what you're listening to? And this is the big difference. This is the reason why I told you, many are called, few are chosen. Many are called, few are chosen. Because when you get that ring, a lot of people think they're about it. Then they say, actually, I don't want to do that. I just want to party and kind of dumb myself down. Because you see, the awakening is a bitter pill to swallow, but it's your greatest liberation. But you see, a lot of people, they don't want to wake up because that means they got to change what their whole lifestyle is. You know, if you've been playing a character, you don't want to wake up and be yourself, because if you're yourself, a lot of people can't make bread being themselves. A lot of people can't make bread being themselves. They can't manifest being themselves. They got to be a character. That's not who you are, right? This is who I am. I'm manifesting. But this is why I told you. A lot of people are going to have to face themselves. And it's already happening. It's already happening. Shout out to everybody who's here, deep divers, everybody who's diving deep. Let's raise the frequency again. Let's elevate. Because that's all I want to hear, deep divers. I just want to hear elevation. Let's pull that up, deep divers. Let's pull that back. Let me shout out to everybody who's here. I don't think you're ready for that. If you're ready, say I'm ready for that, Ralph. But I don't think you're ready for that one. Nicholas K, you are appreciated. One love, deep divers. Keep the vibes high and remember to do something today that you can thank yourself for tomorrow. We also need an update. Wide awake. Hey, Nicholas, shout out to you. I got you. You know, Nicholas is referring to Wide Awake. There was a film I made called Wide Awake. And, you know, I got to do part 2 of that. Nicholas K, shout out to you. Wide Awake 2 is coming. Absolutely. Do something today that you can thank yourself for tomorrow. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, deep divers. Let's raise the frequency. Hit that like button, deep divers. Share the video. And let's really raise the frequency.
We live in a society where people hate their jobs, media and wrong nutrition take away our faith in God. They changing our thoughts, how can you say this ain't a plot? And if we don't react, we can expect that our brains will rot. See, every one of us got a purpose, now go and find it. Actually, you don't have to look for it if you're open-minded. Everything's connected, but the way we live is so divided. I'm just trying to enlighten you, cause the human folk is blinded. Your thoughts are responsible for how you perceive your life. Humans got different opinions, so do what you believe is right. Religions were invented to control and to make people fight. Why should I go to church? I just talk to God if I need advice. Fuck the separation, we're supposed to be a unity. Too many shady intentions, no one cares about you and me. I became suspicious, don't even eat the food I used to eat. Don't get manipulated and be careful what you choose to be. People always tell you what you can, but it's wrong. You should never really give a damn if you're strong. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. No matter what they say, hold on to your dream, cause anything is possible as long as you breathe. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Look, if you wanna achieve something, you don't need massive luck. If it's something you really want, then all you need to have is guts. Your subconscious mind and thoughts are shaping your reality, so own it yourself if you ain't satisfied with your salary. See, everything you do should be done with enthusiasm. Love is important too, and do never ever lose your passion. Enjoy the moment and stay away from things you can't control, and focus on the news if you really want to expand your soul. They only show us all the negative things that happen now. The problem we have is the false knowledge that's getting passed around. All these people who control the world are really selfish beasts, making us insecure and taking away our self-esteem. I'm the only person I know who questions his existence. Maybe it's my purpose to spread the truth with explicit wisdom. I will be glad if I could make this planet a better place. And if you got the same intention, then you shouldn't hesitate. People always tell you what you can, but it's wrong. You should never really give a damn if you're strong. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. No matter what they say, hold on to your dream, cause anything is possible as long as you breathe. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Start to live in harmony and stop to live in doubt and fear. Find a reason to smile instead of drowning in 1,000 tears. Ask your heart for advice so you won't regret your chosen path. Everybody needs motivation, you can't be too old for that. Showing gratitude is necessary for your future goals. You need to learn from your losses, but you should never lose your hope. Satan was created by humans to make us feel afraid. They're trying to confuse us so we don't even know what's real and fake. Listen closely to your heart so no one can control your mind. Don't believe everything just cause you hear it from an older guy. Don't get me wrong, I don't say that everything you've been told's a lie, but there are a lot of people who wanna say your soul is mine. You gotta protect it, ensure that your heart is guiding you. If you follow your intuition, it's easy to find the truth. Don't let your ego hinder you from living your life in peace. So you will never reach your full potential if your mind is weak. People always tell you what you can, but it's wrong. You should never really give a damn if you're strong. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. No matter what they say, hold on to your dream, cause anything is possible as long as you breathe. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. People always tell you what you can, but it's wrong. You should never really give a damn if you're strong. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart.
Dropping a love bomb on that, deep divers. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. You see, that's a powerful song by Chaos Steve, right? Chaos Steve, that's the artist, Chaos Steve. Listen to your heart. Go and check his music out. Always dropping amazing messages in his music. And that's what it's always about right now. Let me shout out to everyone who's here. Like I say, if you are here, you are most definitely appreciated. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with Infinite Waters. And like I say, I appreciate everybody who's here. So much love, wisdom. I'm sending you all because, like I say, I'm only here because of the support over the years, you know, and this is why I always say, as this is December 21st, winter solstice, powerful energy portal, you know, we've really got to pay homage. So much is happening right now, deep divers, you know, and one of the things a lot of people lose awareness of is that things are getting better. You know, I told you, you know, in the end, love always wins. In the end, gratitude always wins. In the end, those who follow their hearts always win. So, you know, remind yourself that, you know, it's going to get better for you. It's always going to get better for you. But like I say, in this world, you got to remind yourself, because I made a video, can dark forces affect you in the 5D? And just because you're on a high frequency, it doesn't mean you're going to stay there. You know, there are so many distractions. Just as high as you are is as low as you can go. A lot of people don't realize that there have been people who have been so awake and so enlightened, but then they just fell down from grace because they chose to live in their lower nature. It's always a choice. At any time you can choose where you want to be. And that's the reason why it's daily work. It's been daily work for me. Shout out to everybody who's here. Reading every single comment. Acidic 25, you are appreciated. Kate, you are appreciated. The dreamers are the saviors of the world. Absolutely. Absolutely. I always say, don't call it a dream, call it a plan. And remind yourself your dream can manifest to a reality. And when it does, you're going to be like, you know, deep divers, one of the biggest things I always love to see is that people who came from nothing and then they made something out of themselves. And I've seen this story time and time again with people who I've mentored. even with myself, I was just making videos in my back garden, deep divers, right? That's how this all started. One day I just made a video in my backyard, and look where we are right now. So when you are at that point, when you realize that, hey, it can happen like that. It can happen like that. You know, I love to see people who come from nothing and they make it big, because it shows miracles happen. Jocelyn Vallon, you are appreciated. I grew and cultivated so much strength from something to be perceived as being weak and broken. Pick yourself up and keep going. We are our greatest support system. Hey, that's powerful right there. That's powerful right there. You know, but one of the things I want to remind you of is that we don't only have to be our own support system. This is where, you know, so much has been said. You know, if you're going through hard times, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get back up, deal with it. But as well, we've got to remind ourselves we don't have to go through it alone. You know, even in that film, The Avatar, the reason why, you know, they were so powerful and their world was so beautiful is because they had help, even from the whales. The whales were helping. The whales were helping out, right? So the support system, even in that film, The Avatar, was showing your support system should even be all life forms should be helping you out. You shouldn't just be going through it alone. You know, The Avatar was really showing us how we're supposed to be living in a community. We're supposed to be living in a tribe. Nobody is supposed to be living alone. You're supposed to be living in a big community. There's an African proverb, it takes a village to raise a child. Right? There's an African proverb which goes like this: it takes a village to raise a child. And that's the thing. In the West, a lot of people have become disconnected from family, from people, and they're in the metaverse by themselves. And this is only a sad reality, because they forget that you're going to need other people's support. You know, so one of the biggest things I've realized is that, yes, we are our greatest support system. At the same time, we have to allow ourselves to be supported. Let me repeat that. We have to allow ourselves to be supported. You know, we have to allow ourselves to be supported every single day. Because that's what a lot of people don't want to do. But that's actually a big secret. You know, one of the ways I allow myself to be supported is that, you know, I get help. You know, and I also know my worth. And this is how you can allow yourself to be supported. You know, a lot of people sell themselves cheap because they don't value what they're doing. They don't put any worth on what they're doing. They don't respect what they're doing. But once you begin to know your worth, you now put value on who you are and what you do. And you say, you know what? You're going to support me. You're going to help me out. And if you say that, you're going to get the help. So always remind yourself, deep divers, those who ask, receive. Those who ask, receive. Those who ask, receive. I'm asking every single day. And I'm receiving every single day. Asking will Ask and will be given to you. Let me shout out to everybody who's here. The wonderful Allegra, Havana, Patio. You are appreciated. Ralph, much love to you for the years you have served as a support in my spiritual journey and birth. Hey, you are so appreciated. And I want to thank you because you've also supported me. And that's why it's always a mutual exchange. You know, one of the biggest things is that, you know, it's a gift. And this is what it's about us remembering. You know, you don't get to be here for this long as me, without help from the universe. You know, something could have happened 5 years ago. I could have got into an accident, but the universe made that not happen and made me consistently share messages day in, day out. And that's why I told you, it's not by me, it's by the universe. And that's why I told you, all the people who are able to humble themselves achieve greatness. You know, Argentina won the World Cup, and who was the success story in the World Cup? Mbappe, great football player from France, Mbappe, but also Messi. He was able to humble himself to say, you know what? I thank you. He's thanking the universe, thanking his grandma, because without them, he wouldn't be here. So you got to remind yourself that that was supposed to happen. Argentina was supposed to win the World Cup, losing to Saudi Arabia in the first game. But you see what I'm trying to tell you? That when you align yourself with humility, the seas part ways. So, like I say, it's a lesson that people have to learn. You know, the ones who really succeed are the ones who have the heart. You know, and that's why I could see with Messi, with his character, he's very humble. And that's the reason why he won the World Cup. That's the reason why he won the World Cup, because he portrayed those qualities. And other people, they weren't humble enough. They didn't humble themselves. And that's why I always tell you, humility is a powerful lesson. You are my Messi. Hey, I appreciate that. Well, that's the thing. We've got to remind ourselves we are the true superheroes. You know, it's not about idol worshipping one person. You are Allegra, Havana. You are a superhero. Kevin, you are a superhero. Sylvia, you are a superhero. We have to start seeing ourselves as the heroes of our own story. No one is greater than you. No one is more powerful than you when you know who you are. But when you know who you are, you can also see greatness in other people. You can start to see, okay, yes, I can see someone who's been working hard. They've been putting in the time. They deserve it. You know, a lot of people say, Ralph, you deserve it. I say, yes, I know I deserve it because I've been putting in the work. I love what I'm doing, but it happens not today, not tomorrow, but it happens over time. I'm in it for the marathon. Right? I'm in it for the marathon. And, you know, that's what it's always about. Shout out to everybody who's here, Deep Divers. Make sure you hit that like button, share the video. Hit that like button, share the video. And so many wonderful deep divers. Let's raise the frequency. Let's raise the frequency, deep divers. Let me think of a good song that can really help us raise the frequency. Did we breathe in the good ass prana yet? One love to everybody in the chat, deep divers. I'm so happy. The whole world is just beginning. We already won. It's about us all. So many beautiful deep divers here. It's a choice. How you feeling today, deep divers? Look, listen to this guitar, baby. So happy to manifest whatever you want, to be whatever you want. It's a choice. Freedom is a must. We have to become the spoon. Oh yes, wonderful deep diver. Shout out to everybody who's here. So, like I said, the Avatar 2 Decoded, the winter solstice, huge energy shifts, and the coming winter surprise. So like I told you, breaking down that film, the Avatar, one of the things mentioned in the film was demon blood, and this was huge. In the film, they talked about how the invaders had demon blood. And this is why I always tell you that not everybody is from the same place. There are inorganic entities in existence, and they've always been here. And even the Gnostics talked about the archons, right? The Gnostics talked about the archons. And when you begin to remind yourself that you don't want to be prey, and this is the reason why a lot of people, they get caught up. And a lot of people, they lose their powers because you see, we're in a world where if you're not protecting your energy, you're going to become food. A lot of people, if you're not protecting your energy, you're going to become food. If you have a lack of knowledge of who you are, you're going to get caught in the crossfire. If you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, everything happens because a lot of the times people are not in alignment with where and who they should be. And that's the reason why, it's not easy, because you see, people are drawn to the crowd. They're drawn to the noise. But you have to remind yourself, a lot of people are sick. A lot of people need healing. And this winter solstice is all about clearing the energy. Clearing the energy from your life that's not serving you. Letting go of all of that negative energy, which ain't doing anything for you. You know, you got to say, since I've been around these people, how has my life changed? Since I've been around these people, how has my life changed? This is what you want to ask yourself. Since I've been hanging around these people, how has my life changed? It better have gotten better. It better have gotten better, because if not, it's only going to be ugly. And a lot of you, just like me, back in the day, you're around people who ain't doing anything for you. You're around people who ain't helping you get to the next level. And in return, you lose your powers. Because manifestation depends on your circle. Let me repeat that. Manifestation depends on your circle, who you hang around. We become like our 5 closest friends. And that's the reason why a lot of people who are manifesting, take a look at their crowd, take a look at their circle. They surround themselves with winners. One of the 48 laws of power: don't surround yourself with the unfortunate, the miserable. Right? That's a law of power, because we've got to remind ourselves, misery loves company. Misery loves company. Right? And that's the reason why stay away from people who only bring you bad news. Pisillo 33, you all appreciated. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody who's here, everybody who's diving deep. And, that's the reason why, for me, I had to change my entire circle. The moment I did is the moment I started to manifest. And that's the big difference. You see, like I told you, deep divers, everything changes. Everything changes when you realize that when you're really getting it, you don't show it. You see, this is how you really know you're getting it. You don't show it. A lot of people I know who are like multi-millionaires, you would never even know. You wouldn't have any idea, because they don't really talk about it, and they don't really flex. They don't show you cars. They don't show you watches. Right? So when I had to learn that secret, okay, how come Ralph Smart never posted a car on Instagram? Ralph Smart never posted a watch on Instagram. All you're finding is pure knowledge and information to help you become your greatest version. But just imagine that Ralph Smart, if he wanted to, he could do that. But I haven't got time for those games. Because, you see, you do that when you haven't got it. When you're really about it, there's work to do. You don't have time to flex. And this is the difference. So this whole energy shift which is happening. Bill Gates only wears a Casio for a reason. Because that's the thing. When you reach those levels, you start figuring out the secret. Right? You don't wear designer clothes. You don't have to. You don't show how many watches you have. You don't have to show your Lamborghini, your Porsche. You only do that when you're trying to struggle, when you're trying to come up. when you're trying to impress other people. But when you really have it, you keep it low key. Right? When you really have it, you keep it low key. And this is what I always want to tell you. Like I always say, the people who are really manifesting, they keep it low key. And that's why I always say this energy shift for the winter solstice is about you keeping it real with yourself. Because I see a lot of people on Instagram, for example, flexing. So I say, okay, this person must be about it. But then I say, okay, where's your work? They ain't got no work. They can't show me anything because they've been spending all of their energy on faking it. But when it's time for the real work, they don't have the energy for it. And that's the difference. There are people who are really manifesting, and then there are people who are trying to convince you they're manifesting. There are people who really have the bag, and there are people who are trying to convince you they have the bag. And that's the difference. And that's the reason why right now, as we're moving forward, you want to make sure you're not faking it, but you're actually living that life. You want to make sure you're not faking it, but you're actually living that life. You want to make sure that when I go on your Instagram page or your TikTok, it's going to lead me somewhere that's going to give me something. Because if it's only about you, it's going to be hard for you to manifest. It's going to be very hard for you to manifest. That's the thing. I always tell you, you can make it just about you, but just know that you're not going to manifest anything big, because the people who are manifesting provide services. They offer services to humanity. They have a podcast. They have a counseling service. They do Reiki sessions. They offer a service. They can help you get in shape. They offer a service. And this is what it's all about for the winter solstice, to remember that right now we've got to remind ourselves, what are we offering other people? See, what are you doing for me? I can tell you what I'm doing for millions of people. What are you doing for me? How are you helping me with my life? Because if you're not helping me, you're missing out on a big opportunity. Big opportunity. Because the wealthiest people offer the most services to people, right? The wealthiest people offer the most services to people. They solve people's problems. So always remind yourself, this mindset we're moving into is about saying, okay, how can I offer a service to humanity? Humanity needs a whole lot right now. People need to know how to eat better. We ain't even had breakfast yet. People need to know how to have better relationships. People need to know how to build confidence. A whole lot of things. Who's going to give them that knowledge? Who's going to provide that service? So when you remind yourself, you're not only here for yourself, you're here to serve other people. Right? This is the big mindset. This is the big energy shift that's happening. People are now realizing it. You're not only here to serve yourself, you're here to serve other people. And the moment you start serving other people, they will start serving you in return. And now your whole entire life will change for the better. So always remind yourself, deep divers, you know, you're only here to serve. We're only here to serve each other. And it took me a long time for me to really get it. Say, oh, I get it. It's not just about me. That's why I'm answering people's questions in the videos. It's not about me. Someone asked, hey, can dark forces affect you in the 5D? I said, you know what? Let's dive into it. That's service. I didn't write that question. Someone asked that question. So I said, let's dive into it. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not just about what you want. It's about other people's issues and you providing a service for it. But like I say, we're living in a powerful time right now, deep divers. And, so much is happening. So many great things are unfolding. One of the biggest things I'm seeing is how so many people right now are going for it. And one of the biggest things is that, there's levels. Not everyone is going to be awake right now. But their destiny is to awaken. Deep divers, make sure you hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. Hit that super chat. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. Hit that super chat. Reading every single message, every single question. One love to everybody who's here. Let's go. Ketsia L, you are appreciated. Peace, Ralph. Help everyday life is lonely, but I want to be making progress. I don't have a community yet to do life with, so I get stuck. Hey, shout out to you. Life can be lonely, but you don't have to be lonely with it. One of the things I always say is that we are never alone unless we abandon ourselves. Let me repeat that. We are never alone unless we abandon ourselves. So what you have to do is not abandon yourself. And if you don't abandon yourself, you will never be alone. You also have to remind yourself that being alone is not a bad thing. Being alone is actually how you find out who you really are. You have to embrace being alone. The strongest people on the planet, emotionally and mentally, have had to learn how to be alone. And I always say there's a power in being alone. And the more alone you are, the more you can get to know who you really are. So, like I always say, instead of saying that every day feels lonely, I challenge you to embrace being alone. Because when you are alone, you can get a good night's sleep. When you are alone, you get to know who you really are. And once again, your community will come when you've learned how to be alone. Let me repeat that. Your community will come when you've learned how to be alone. A lot of people have a lot of people around them, but they're still lonely. Why? How come you've got 50 friends, but you still feel lonely? How come you got 5,000 friends on Facebook, but you still feel lonely? Because it's not about how many people you know. It's all about how well you know yourself. And that's why I say, take time alone. Spend time alone. Get to know who you really are and embrace yourself. We are never alone unless we abandon ourselves. Shout out to everybody who's here. You are most definitely appreciated. How you feeling today, deep divers? Happy winter solstice. Happy winter solstice, deep divers. Powerful day. Powerful day. And empty orchestra karaoke, you are appreciated. Shout out to you. Peace and blessings to you, Ralph, and to all the deep divers. If we sing to raise our frequencies and vibrations to the highest levels of love and gratitude. Thank you so much. Hey, you are most definitely appreciated. You are most definitely appreciated. And I love to hear this, you know, because it's wonderful. Absolutely. You know, we got to sing. We got to. Have I got a singing song, deep divers? I don't know. We got to sing. We got to raise the frequency every single day. And you know, like I say, a split is happening. And this is the reason why a lot of people might feel alone, because I felt alone. When I was coming up, I didn't know who I was. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, but I was somewhere where I needed to learn and grow. And a lot of people are going to start to feel alone. A lot of people are going to start to feel alone because a lot of people are not doing what they came here to do. A lot of people are around people who are still on the surface. You're diving deep. So it's not got anything to do with how many people you have around you. It's got everything to do with how many people you can really connect with on a deeper level. That's a slow motion. Empty orchestra, you are appreciated. If we sing and raise our frequencies and vibrations, we can heal ourselves, heal each other, and heal our world. Heal our world, peace and blessings. Hey. That was powerful right there. That was powerful right there. You're making me want to sing right now. Making me want to raise the frequency right now, empty orchestra. What do we got? There's two ways to live. You can be stressed or you can relax. You can go crazy or take a moment to see what's just happened. The choice is yours to create balance.
Just dance to the rhythm of the beat. Time to be free. You can find your way out to live free.
It's time to be free, yeah. Be the change that you wanna see. We can make a difference if we open our minds and turn off the TV. Be unique, be yourself, don't copy anybody, just be yourself. Cause at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Trust me, I've been there, been where you don't wanna go on a cold night when it's freezing, frosty, cold, not sunny. But I got up, cause I'm a champion. I keep keep shining, stay smiling. No, I won't sell my soul. You can't buy me, go on, try me. Yeah, see what happened? So the moral of the story is just be yourself or become someone else. Two options there. Out of the two, what's it gonna be? You decide, you choose.
They wanna know where you're from, where you're going to. But I live free.
We live free, deep divers. Shout out to everybody who's here. Let's go. Hit that like button, share the video.
Just dance to the rhythm of the beat. Time to be free. You can find your way to live free.
Don't let someone tell you you can't do something which you can. The most important thing in life is to know who you are before you know who someone else is. To know thyself.
Be living this life forever and ever.
The Golden Age by Ralph Smart on Spotify. Yes, it's on Spotify.
Just dance to the rhythm of the beat. Time to be free. You can find your way to live free.
Did you enjoy that? Deep divers out there talking to you from the megaphone. That was The Golden Age by Infinite Waters on Spotify. Yes, you can stream it on Spotify. Shout out to everybody who's here, everybody who's diving deep. Yes, deep divers. Powerful, powerful. You know, like I say, deep divers, it's I want to thank everybody who is here, everybody who is supporting Infinite Waters, reminding you that with this massive shift that's happening right now today on this winter solstice, keep your energy high and realize that it is a time of releasing heavy energy. It is a time of releasing what's not serving you. And it's also a time of realizing there's going to have to be some big changes for you. Like there's big changes for me. And that's the only way you can elevate and go to the next level. Because a lot of people are doing the same thing, expecting different results. Like I said, I didn't want to live stream back in the day. I said, you know what? I'm just going to do me. But I realized I had to live stream. If I wanted to go to the next level, I've got to be able to have many tools in my toolkit. And in life, don't be so comfortable where you are. Realize you can always be more. You can always become greater. And you got work to do. We all got work to do. You know, like I say, so many wonderful deep divers who are here. Keep the frequency high, keep the vibration high, and remind yourself there is a big energy shift happening. You know, there's a reason why Avatar was released around this time, because that film really is about showing us how magical the world can really be, but also that there is a spiritual warfare happening. And it also showed how human beings are slowly merging with machines. You know, you saw in the film these massive exoskeletons, these human robots, you know, and that's what's actually happening in real life. So it's really a time to hold on to our humanity right now. So many wonderful deep divers who are here. Make sure you hit that like button, share the video, and you know, to everybody who is here, like I say, keep living your best life, keep elevating, and realize there's nothing you can't do. Hit that like button, deep diver, share the video. And since I made a video on 5D, let me shout out to Brian Divisions.
Yeah. Shout out Infinite Waters, Ralph Smart, Brian Divisions. Yeah. We ain't need no 5G, we in 5D. We ain't need no 5G, we in 5D. We ain't need no 5G, that's unlikely. We in 5D, the fifth dimensional reality. No 5G, we in 5D. We ain't need no 5G, we in 5D. We ain't need no 5G, that's unlikely. We in that 5D, that fifth dimensional reality. Yeah, I don't need no 5G because I live in 5D. I don't need new towers, I just need more of them pine trees. So when I kick it, then you know just where you'll find me. And if you ask, then you know just what the time be. It's now. I'm in the present, in the clouds, but both feet on the ground. To Mother Gaia, connecting to the source all around. These waters also infinite, frequencies all surround. Enter and exit my cells through the miracle of sound. But I prefer the natural vibes over those from Cell Tower. Yeah, why so quick to roll it out with no test on its true power? Maybe you should just take your time, give it more than just an hour, and think about the effect you can cause.
Shout out to Brian Divisions, Deep Divers. How you feeling out there?
Constantly progress, money, power, and success. Fear there won't be crumbs left if you're not the one who doesn't win the war or conquest. And prove to the world that you simply think that you are the best. But the real step is to get to 5D and emotionally open, true and loving light being. Not holding grudges or creating blame for fighting, but shining all your truth and light that is so blinding. Light to the darkness, let's take this time and mark this down as the first step of reaping all our harvest. Yeah, ain't it marvelous? We're all life artists, just as smart as Ralph. We're creators who all thought this. So let's unite, without a fear, and bring the light to those we're near. No 5G tower can devour the connection to this planet that is always ours. No 5G, we in 5D. We ain't need no 5G, we in 5D. We ain't need no 5G, that's unlikely. We in 5D, the fifth dimensional reality. No 5G, we in 5D. We ain't need no 5G, we in 5D. We ain't need no 5G, that's unlikely. We in that 5D, that fifth dimensional reality, yeah.
Let me shout out to Brian Divisions, who made that song. Go and check out his music. And Gold Soul 222, you are appreciated. Thank you for everything you do, Ralph. You are a true savior. Hey, like I say, I'm still a student and a master at the same time. I'm humbled. I'm grateful for that. And like I say, you know, it's only about elevation right now. It's only about raising the frequency, only about good energy, putting love first. That's what it's all about. You know, let's keep the frequency high, deep divers. Let's keep the energy good, deep divers. And, it's a time, it's an exciting time as I'm seeing it. K, you are appreciated. Gratitude. Thank you for supporting Infinite Waters. K, you are appreciated. Gratitude. Thank you. I appreciate you. Everybody who's really diving deep, because it's never about me. It's about all of us right now. Asunte, you are appreciated. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Thank you for being you. And one of the things is a big theme right now is protecting your energy. And let me just tell you one of the greatest ways to protect your energy. The three monkeys. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. A lot of the images people are consuming, watching, can affect your energy frequency. And right now, you want to be very aware of what you're taking in. There's a lot of videos floating around the internet of a lot of violence, a lot of bad things happening. But the more you watch that information, the more you allow it into your bloodstream. And you want to be tuning into information and imagery, which is going to uplift your soul more than destroy your soul. And that's a great way to protect your energy. And that's why even if you've listened to all the music I've been playing, it's high frequency, high vibrational, and that's what it's always about. But deep divers, like I say, so many wonderful deep divers who are here. So many wonderful deep divers. I truly appreciate you. It's always good to speak in lifetime. And that's why I told you, with this winter solstice, we've got to be able to come from different angles. You see, a lot of people, I can make a video anytime because I've learned both sides. I've learned my nature videos, indoor videos, live streaming. That's 3 different angles I can come from. And this is how you can always level up in life, right? One thing I was missing was live streaming. But now we've mastered live streaming. So always remind yourself, when we talk of becoming your greatest version, realize there's still things that you need to learn how to do for you to go to that next level. There's still things you need to figure out how to do so you can get your business off the ground. And you have to study, you have to work hard at it, and it's going to work out for you. So many wonderful deep divers who are here. Once again, deep divers, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button, share the video, hit that like button, share the video. And like I say, to each and every one of you, you're truly appreciated. Thank you for joining me. And I'll be back again tomorrow, deep divers. We are here. Go and check out that new video. First of all, go and check out that video, Human 2.0 on After School. Secondly, go and check out that new video by Ralph Smart. What can you expect in the 5D? Go and watch that video after this. Deep divers, one love to everybody. You are truly appreciated. Peace. Let's go.